I am joined now by our political experts, Roger Putnam and Tim Roby of Putnam, Roby, Williamson Communications. We want to take a moment to get your reaction first on tonight's election results.
You know, I don't know that there's a tremendous amount of surprise, although we've all been talking about the Harsdorf race up in River Falls, the 10th. You know, the phony Democrat did pretty well, at this point.
It almost looked like a real election.
Well, that was a real election, and actually, you know, they're not phony. They may be fake Democrats, but they're actually real candidates, which I
That's true.
find, you know, technically they have a right to be on the ballot, and they were. And so I think the Republicans got out of exactly what they needed. They have some extra time, and now we'll get it on in a couple weeks.
You know, the interesting thing about the extra time aspect is that this is also time where Democrats are going to learn some lessons. I think that this is probably going to resonate throughout the ranks about what had happened, perhaps getting out maneuvered by there was some major robocalling going up by the GOP,
Absolutely.
et cetera. This is a seat that's very important to them trying to at least hold on to the Senate if at all possible.
Let's look at the future. And we've got general elections coming up in August. Is it possible or even likely that we could see a shift in power?
Well, I'll take this first, and you know, let's be realistic about it. I think they got one race in Kapanke's Senate race, and he's in real trouble. I think the Democrats could win 2 seats. They easily could win 3, and you could flip. But you know, it's so unpredictable. Who thought that a protest candidate would get 46% of the vote? And I think Democrats are hoping Harsdorf was very vulnerable. Maybe she still is. But the other thing is, don't forget, it's not like Democrats are the only ones who vote and are really not, I guess they're unhappy.
Motivated.
Yeah, there's Republican motivation too, and you're going to see it.
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that surprised, another thing that surprised me about tonight was the turnout. The turnout was surprisingly higher than the single digits that many pundits thought might happen. So there's that. The other part that we have to keep a close eye on is outside money. There is going to be boatloads and boatloads. It's going to be
Tens of millions.
Disgusting.
Yes, it is.
There will be a lot of outside money coming in and trying to influence these races. To get back to the question about will the Senate flip? Yes, it will.
You do.
Yeah.
You think Democrats are confident?
I don't think they should be that confident.
No, I don't think they should be that confident. I think that I base it actually on some of the conversations I have with Republicans who really are concerned that this is something that's going to happen and then life after that.
Yeah,
what does that look like?
I think 3 seats could go.
And that's what I want to know. Life after, what message? And let's just say if this were to happen with these Senate seats, what message does that send?
I think, you know, I mean, certainly the Democratic side is, you know, Walker's in trouble. I think that if it doesn't flip, I think the likelihood of a recall of him is remote. I think if it does flip, now all of a sudden we've got a template for what it looks like to take Walker on and recall. I would not have said that Walker was vulnerable on recall, but if the Senate flips, he's in trouble.
Well, I'm not going to go that far, obviously, because I don't think he's in trouble, because remember, the Assembly is still very large Republican. Now you'll have to do some maneuvering, of course, and maybe that agenda that he bought, that he was able to get through. And by the way, nationally, people even of both stripes are going, oh my God, they got everything that they wanted. So they got them, and they have. And so maybe it'll slow a little. Maybe he'll have to do a little compromising. I don't know. I don't think he's in trouble at all. A recall for him, we'll see. That's a lot of 500,000 votes, a lot of signatures, excuse me. You never know, though.
Short
and crazy things could really happen.
Yeah.
This is a wild time.
It is.
And has been since February.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's going to continue.
All right, Tim, Roger, thank you so much. And they will be joining us again next month to continue our analysis as we look at some elections coming up. John?